Pioneer. Rightio guys, I just want to say good luck to all you guys that entered the giveaway for 2300 gems. I will be doing some more of these in the future. I've done 2 in the last 4 days. So yeah, keep an eye on if any big special events or anything come out. I will celebrate with doing another 2300 gem giveaway. But good luck guys, we're rolling now and let's see who wins. Alright, so we have Travis Oldham. Wow, lots of strong commanders in evil. Congratulations, you have won yourself 2300 gems. I will be reaching out to you. So a big congratulations. If you guys want to be part of future giveaways, all you have to do is be a subscriber on this channel. And that's pretty much it. And whenever I announce a giveaway, you'll just have to comment on that video and drop a like, and that's how it works. But yeah, in saying that, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to drop me a like, it will very much help me out, and let's get into today's video. Yo, what is going on guys? EJ here, bringing another Lord of the Rings Rise to War video. Today guys, we're going to be doing a commander guide on Galadriel, who I pulled a while ago, before I actually pulled Gil-galad and that. And I was just going back through my videos and realized I hadn't did a video on her yet. I just been so busy with a lot of other projects that I thought it was time we go over her and explain why I put her in the strong category and not the OP. She's a really good commander, but I feel like she can be just a little bit overrated. So we're going to go through her build, some of the items and that I use on her and stuff like that. And then, as you can see, I'm out in the middle of a desert nowhere at the moment. I'm currently traveling to try find some PvP. So, because our server at the moment is just completely it's wiped. Like, it's, yeah. Season 4 is just, yeah. So, it's really hard to find PvP at the moment, but I will be getting PvP today no matter what. Alright, first off, Galadriel. I have her level 42 at the moment. She is a strategist, which means plus 25 commander focus plus 2 skill points. Commander's focus, poison, and burn damage plus 10% when you reach level 20. So she's an all-rounder, which means she can lead all troops of units well. And she can do some healing, not too bad. Now, as you can see, the gear that I got set up, I switch it between all my commanders. Like, I mostly use this on Gil-galad. The reason I'm using the Leng at the moment, just because I wanted a little bit of extra HP on my elves. And it has a pretty good buff for might and focus. Another really good fit for her would be something like the Carver, which gives a chance to do extra focus damage. But she already does a lot of focus commander damage as it is, so I went with the Leng instead. Next, I went with the Mithril Coat, just because not only does it give some good buff for focus, but it also increases army defense for the entire army of 36. With tactical maneuvers, which for the first 3 rounds, allied units damage is received -3. Then we go with the Travis Hood, just because it also buffs some army attack range here. That's why I like to use Bow Knights with her. Sometimes I use all elves, but we'll be going over a few troop combinations a little bit later in the video. But the big thing why is because of Hysteria, because I want to be able to inflict some madness with her. And then last but not least is the Harp of Lothlorien. The reason I run this is because it gives a good buff of 36 focus with some speed for elves. But it also gives us the ability to do a little bit of extra healing as well with sustain. Now, with her skill tree, I have her Respect 7. There is quite a few ways that you can build her. So, you think that should be not too bad on paper versus Witch King, but she really isn't. So, I would be keeping away from Witch King with her. She will get beaten pretty easy. You will not be able to beat Witch King, no matter even if you think, oh, I got White Council and High Alert. She's still going to get destroyed, trust me. The best build for her, I find, is the High Focus. So, that entails, we'll go over all the skills first, and then we'll go through it all like such. So, with her skill here, Mistress of Magic, basically for Galadriel, her focus damage when maxed at level 15 gets a 45% buff. And normal attacks now cause focus damage, so that is an extra max level effect, which is pretty good. The sub-skill up here of Surge is extremely good. It deals 150% focus damage twice. And each separate attack chooses a different target. And it's affected by the focus stat. So the higher her focus stat level is, the more damage you're going to do there. Then we have this skill here, Focus Wrath, which is really good, at least having 1 point in this. Not because it just does a little bit of focus damage, but it also inflicts madness for 1 round. Then we have Lady of Lorien, which basically just increases your recovery for your allied units. This can be good for when bursting tiles early game, because it's going to mean you're going to lose a lot less troops. And it does give a max level effect of focus plus 15. And then the sub-skills down here, we have Parting Gift, which on round 8, all allied units recover a certain amount of HP. I think this goes up to something like around I think it's like 300, 350, 400 HP, something like that. I think it's 300 HP, all allied units. And then Purity, which each round all allies have a chance of removing 1 debuff. For PvP, I tend to stick away from these. For PvE, these are some good skills. R3 skills, we have White Council, which we all know a lot about. For all allied units for the first 3 instances of damage, it reduces damage incoming by 19%, with the max level of making that effect come in once more. Of course, we have our sub-skills of High Alert, which reduces focus, burn, and poison damage, so it's pretty good to have some points there when versing Evil, which of course you will be versing in Season 4. And then you have Champion of Light, which all allies damage to all Kurokai and Trolls plus a certain amount, which is pretty good. I think it's like 25-27% when it's maxed. Her R5 skill of Nenya's Guardian also increases Galadriel's focus by another 30%. This is not like her focus stat, this is like the amount of damage it does. And a max level of 15, so that will increase the skill level of her focus. Which we didn't talk about. Well, I'll go back and show you that in a minute. Then we have Ring of Water. Now, this is a really good healing skill, which starts at around 3. 1 unit will be able to recover, I think it's up to like 300% HP, and then another 50% chance of recovering that HP once again. And then the sub-skill Magic Barrier, which army defense goes up to like plus 30, I believe, or 35 max. That's one of the two. Or is it 23? I think it might be 23, actually. It's been a while since I've dabbled with these ones. But yeah, it gives... Yeah, I think it's 23 at max level. And it gives an army defense buff, which I don't really need because I have the Mithril. But the build that I have at the moment is a high focus damaging. So this is the best way to do a lot of damage. If you're going against a lot more evil and you want to do a little bit more damage, you can put some more skills into here. But I'm going for the high focus build. So this is a high focus commander damaging build. So you're going to do a lot, and then your troops are also going to do a lot of damage as well. But yeah, the thing I didn't talk about, if we go back as well with her stats, she is very high on focus. I have 400 focus with this build, with my setup that I have with the skilling, as well as my items or gear that I'm using on her. And of course, this is going to give us a buff of reducing army damage to our army by 20%. Her might's not the best, but it's, yeah, not really necessary. And pretty mediocre speed at 109. Now, for troop combinations with her, I'm going to show you what I have at the moment. So, I am running Bow Knights, and because I am in Lothlorien, I'm running the Tier 4 March Wardens. And then I am running the Catters. I always like to run Catters with her all the time because they have really good defense and HP, as well as some pretty half-decent attack. But this is also going to get reduced damage of 10% plus 15 from melee units. So that's why I always like to use them. The March Wardens are really good because they have a chance to gain Pursuit each round. As well, they are unaffected by stun and give plus 20 defense. And then the Bow Knights, because they have extra damage against larger units of a 50% buff, as well as that damage received. Now, if I go in just over into the army section here, I can give you an idea of some other army troop combinations. I can't really click on her, so let's just pretend this Aragon is her at the moment. So, let's say you don't have the March Wardens, so if I have the Bow Knights in there and the Catters, what else is really good to use? So, The Sentinels are really good to use because they also have avoidance. So you can slot in Sentinels there. They work half decently well. They have pretty good buffs. The HP in that will be buffed when on her. We might mix it up later on when we do some PvP with different troop combinations so I can show you. And if you have access to keepers as well, these are going to be a great fit because they also inflict an additional certain amount of focus damage, as well as when the enemy only has one unit type, keepers damage dealt plus 40 for 1 round. So they're pretty good there. But yeah, in saying that, we'll be trying out a few troop combinations and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll be back in a little bit. For you, for me, it's a long wait. But for you, it will be pretty much momentarily. We'll be getting into some PvP. Our first troop combination is going to be using our tier 4 Bow Knights and Cadders. Rightio guys, so we're going to go over my first PvP with Galadriel that we did. It actually happened while I was asleep. So we're going to go over the report. And it's going to show you why I put Galadriel in the strong and not the OP section. And I'm going to show you right now. It's because of this battle right here. So as you can see, I have a level 42 Galadriel. We've already been over all our gear and everything. We ran with the Bow Knights, the tier 4 March Wardens, and the Cadders for some extra defense to give us 272,450 HP. And we came up against a 39 GORBAG, so yes, there's like 3 levels below us. And they're using the Reapers, they're using the Raiders that are strong against extra mounted, and they are running against the Crushers. So he's got a pretty good troop combination here. As for his gear, pretty average. Like, it's good, but it's not absolutely insane. So this is a mid-tier GORBAG against a Respect 7 Galadriel with absolutely maxed gear set up to do a ton of damage. And as you can see, when we go into the results here, we are actually losing the battle. So I have received 198,000 damage to the 161,000 damage. Now, you could be like, oh, but you had double mounted and they had anti-mounted. He only had 250 of those guys there. And then the rest was balanced out between the Reapers and the Crushers. GORBAG is a pretty good commander. But, as you've seen, his gear was definitely nowhere near matching mine. I had tier 4, and yet I still lose. This is why Galadriel lets me down a little bit. Even if you reskill her a different way, you're still going to be getting results like this. I just find that she can do some pretty good damage. I did 161,000 damage to about 200,000. So I then healed 20,000. So I only lost by 20,000, which ain't the hugest difference. But you're going to be taking some pretty heavy losses with her. So I wanted to show you guys that with this battle. We can have a look and just check out some of the RNG and stuff like that and just see exactly what happened. So let's go to round 1 and see if what happened in round 1. So it looks like the Raiders attacked first, which attacked my Cadders. So they only lost like 7 units. My Bow Knights attacked, then GORBAG. Sorry, I've only just woken up not too long ago. Then I've got a lot of my attacks in, and then the Reapers have attacked and done some pretty thing. So round 1 honestly wasn't too bad, to say the least. But it then starts getting a bit worse when GORBAG is just attacking again. We're still going like 1 for 1, but then the Reapers have hit us pretty strong here for like 12,000 damage. So GORBAG does a lot of physical damage there. So in saying that, is there anything different that I could have really done here? I could change my troop mix a little bit. The next battle I'm actually got, which we're going to talk about in a minute. I've got a guide that's pathing up to me in a second. My Galadriel, I just got to see if I can move her a bit closer. So the closest I could get is like up there. So I want to be a bit closer, but I sort of can't, like, because that bloody troll's there. So maybe the closest I could get is maybe here. I'm just trying to see where I can move her. a little bit down. I could probably move to there. It's not far, but I'll have to work that out anyway. But I now have all mounted on her just because I want to try out a high HP build. So she has over 300,000 HP and just see how that does. I'm probably going to be versing like a SAURON. So I'm going to need the high HP to see what happens. So it'll be interesting. So we'll be back with that battle soon. I've just got to try make my way down a bit closer to him. Rightio, guys. So my fort is finally built. So we'll just talk about Galadriel just before we go. So remember, we have her full focus build. So she's going to doing most of her damage as a commander, doing focus damage. So I'm going to now try out a higher HP and damage combo with the troops. So it's going to be all mounted. We're going to be using the Bow Knights because they have really good damage, HP, and defense. They also can do extra damage against, like, the giants and stuff like that. I'm trying to bloody think. The trolls. My mind went blank there. It's like 3 a.m. at the moment, lol. Then we've got the Catters, which have really good defense, but they also have decent damage. But the big thing is they have really good HP and defense as well. And then we have the Ram Riders, who are really good. They do really good HP, damage, and also defense as well. I noticed as well, I don't have their trample max, but I think I got enough gold. So we can quickly go max that for the max effect, which is pretty awesome. So let's quickly just go do that. We will find our Ram Riders in here. And we'll get those maxed out. Beautiful. Alright, so I've been waiting a while. We're going to be versing a Armored SAURON as a test. I believe his is around 41, 42. So around the same levels. He is pretty much a free-to-play player. I did hook him up with a $10 gift card to help me out with the video and stuff. Just because he got the path a long way and stuff like that. And he's a free-to-play player, so I wanted to help the guy out. I'm always like that. Also, as you would have seen, at the start of the video, we had the giveaway winner, so big congratulations to them. As of this moment, this video come out, I'm still waiting for a reply of them. So, but I haven't heard from in about a day. I will redraw that giveaway. But hopefully, when they see this video, they'll see their name pop up if they rewatch my video, and they'll see it. This is going to be about 2 minutes, so we'll be back in a minute with the magic of editing. Just because we don't want to sit here for 2 minutes waiting for the march. But yeah, we are going to be versing Armored SAURON. I have absolutely no idea what kind of troop combination he's going to be using. I have an idea of the gear. He doesn't have the world's best gear because he's free to play. But we'll see what happens, because that GORBAG had a lot worse gear than me and still pretty much beat me. So let's see what happens so far. Rightio, guys. So we're just got about 50 seconds to go before we hit. I'm very interested to see how the outcome of this is. We're going to have a look at his skilling. I don't know how he skilled him or anything. I just have an idea. I know he's got like blue gear mostly. From what I've seen from reports that he showed me before, but I'd never paid attention to his skilling or what. So, and as we know, Armored SAURON can do a lot of things like stop healing. He can also inflict madness, and a lot of other things. So it's going to be really interesting. Yeah, I could get beat here. You never know. Even against free to play, even though I've got an OP Galadriel. I wanted to show Galadriel just to show why I think she's a little bit overrated. She's good, but she's not as good as everyone thinks. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Whether it's going to be a draw, win, battle, loss. Let's find out. Okay, it's a draw. Very interesting. I like to see that. Okay, so it seems I've done pretty good here. But was he... I don't know if he was full troops. Was he full troops there? He only had 189,000 HP. I'm not sure if he was full health when I attacked. So this troop combination of the high HP seems to do a lot better. He had snipers, which definitely would have countered my Bow Knights a lot better. He's still done really good damage to me, like 123,000 damage to 165. So I sort of won here, but remember, I got way better gear. I'm not sure if he was full health, though. 41. Oh, let's see. 1,100. Oh, no. Yeah, okay. He was around full health, I think. So with it, he had Alchemists, which had 2,400 of them, 1,500 of these, who I believe are anti-stun. Now, we've got to take into consideration... Okay, he had his Alchemist max, so that's interesting. He only had 5 of these, so we must take that into effect as well. Remember, he is a free-to-play player, and he only had 4 to 4 on the snipers. So take that into consideration compared to my complete maxed. The next thing we want to look at, my commander damage was 59,000 to soldier damage of 96,000. So it looks like I'm not even really doing a lot of focus damage, really. Now, I've done 165 damage to my 123. So I did win this battle, but let's have a look. He is free to play, right? So he has blue armor, which is being not even fully maxed on a lot of it. So... I'm pretty happy with these results. Not because I've won, but because we're basically around the same sort of levels. He is free to play, and even as a free to play, probably not the world's best troop combination and stuff. He's not the highest of respect level because he's only level 41. With the skilling, it looks like he went with the physical damage route with the inflict stun, and then the madness. Also with the focus damage, which stops HP recovery. Against enemy commander, might focus and speed minus 20%. With self-immunity for stun. He had dazzle, which gives a chance to inflict stun. And he had confusion, which gives a chance to inflict silence. So, his gear compared to mine, night and day, mine is 1 billion times more OP. So... look at my gear and my stats, R7, fully maxed out, like 300,000 HP to his 189. As you can see, he was still able to do 123,000 damage. So, even though I went against a weak Sauron, as you can see, Galadriel is only doing 165,000 damage. Can't even take out that Sauron. Now, if this Sauron had troops which made it that he had 300,000 HP, I would have got the floor white with me. So, it gives you an idea of how Galadriel can be. Now, I think the high HP route is definitely the way to go, because you're going to get more troop damage from her, and the commander damage seems to be around the same. Like, we got 59,000 here, and when we burst GORBAG, which was further on down here, if we look at the results here, you can see this time we did 91,000 commander damage and 75k. So we didn't do as much commander damage that round, which was kind of strange. But in saying that, I'm going to back off here because I'm going to win. But it gives you an idea of how Galadriel can work. I think the high HP route is definitely the best way to go. If that was a lot stronger Sauron, I would have got the floor white with me. So, in saying that, she is really good, but she is definitely overrated. So, we're going to wrap up today's video there, guys. And until next time, peace out, EJ's out. And I'll catch you guys later. See ya. Thousands songs of the EJU army. Yeah, you guys are legends to me. So let's keep up this grind. I'll never give up, just like this rhyme.